Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today it's Odin's Day, or Woden's Day, on the 6th day of the month of Augustus, and the moon is waxing gibbous. It's almost full. It's quite almost full. So let's see what message wants to come through today. We have the Elder Truth Arc on Birch, and let's do it. Let's see. This message is, of course, for whenever you find this video. It may not be the 6th day of the month of Julius when you find this video, and that is fine. Real sense of strange sense of something about to happen, to the point where, it's like, I think maybe we're just supposed to feel this right now and try to just be in this moment instead of going, oh, I wonder what's going to happen, and being freaked out about it. We're gonna anyway be freaked out about it and doing that. But it's sort of, I think what's important, I think at this point, is just to feel this, like, collectively, this sense of just this sense of knowing something's about to happen, the stillness before. So we'll see. So let's see what message wants to come through today. We have, for whoever this message is for, and for whenever you find this video, we have Raido reversed. Raido is the rune of the journey. The journey is always riding, so it's the horse is implied. It's not where you're getting on a set track. You're directing the journey. You're directing where your spirit flows. However, this rune is reversed, so we're either ending a journey and or taking the journey inward. So I think in this particular case, it looks like an ending in terms of the context here. Leading up to this, we have Ivaz, which is the rune of the yew tree. This has to do with patience, slow growth, slow development, taking things step by step. You've been on a long path up until this point, very, very long. So you've been walking this path for a long time, and now you've reached a point where you are drawing an end to that. You're drawing an end to that chapter in your journey, in your life. And I'm going to spoiler this. No, I'm not. I'm going to get to it. But basically, yeah, right now you're sort of drawing this to the close. You're having a bit of a denouement kind of. I don't know, denouement. You're ending it. You're drawing it to a close. You're pulling in all the bits to bring it all to a neat close. What is going to help you? We have Othala, which is the rune of the home and the homeland. Give yourself that sense of sanctuary and solace. Give yourself that sense of completion, and that you have. There's like a comfortable sense of safety and closure that is happening, and that's what you're working on doing at this point. You're bringing it into that feeling of, okay, we've completed it, let's bring it home, kind of thing. Just that sense of yeah, let's bring it home. We're bringing it home. So in the sense of telling a story or completing a process. So. But yeah, we're waiting for that looking for that feeling and focusing on that feeling of closure, of completion, of comfort, and just that moment where you finish something and it just goes, oh, like the angel chord. What is going to help with that is this sense of that this is something that you were really here to do. This is something that it was your task in the world. This is this part of your note in the song. This was something that you brought through and is basically improving the world by doing so. Even if nobody knows it, it's kind of things like this sense of completion that is happening now is necessary and critical. And again, even if nobody knows it, even if only you know, this is what it's about. Gives you a sense of belonging in the world, that you have brought this through, that you've brought this home. Basically, what isn't going to help? We have Thurizaz and the rune. We have Thurizaz, which is the rune of the challenge, and we have Laguz reversed. Laguz is the rune of the water. So There is a bit of worry. 30,000 is upright in the lower line. So that upright in the lower line tends to refer to a worry about that thing in general, although worry is generally implied in the lower line anyway. You're a bit hesitant at this point because you've taken this so far to now draw it to the close, to cross that threshold of, yes, I'm going to say, I'm going to call it. I'm going to say, this is, we're closing this now. We're closing the chapter. We're bringing this to an end. And just like a natural, we're doing this very deliberately because this has all been very deliberate, and this is a deliberate sort of end that we're doing as we bring it home, and as we feel this as like, no, this is what I'm here to do, and you're sort of closing this as like, I know how to sing this part of the song. So what isn't going to help is worries about crossing this threshold, about finishing this challenge, about completing this. It's just generally worries about that thing, and also a sense of. I'm going to read this a couple ways. Log is reversed. This has been the flow for a long time, and now you're stopping that particular flow, and that's worrying you. But it's also something that it's saying, don't stop the whole flow, because there is going to be continuous momentum forward. You will continue forward, but the flow will just be different from what it is now. You're not stopping everything, you're just wrapping this up, but there is something that will carry forward. So don't worry about that, but also don't arrest the flow completely. Don't dam it up. It's going to be one of those things where you're going to continue forward, but it's going to be different. You're just not diverting the flow, but the river of you has reached a point where it's going to be going in a different direction. It may be going in the same direction, but in a different way. So you're not arresting the flow. It's not stopping your flow forward, but this particular chapter is ending, and then you can continue from there. If this starts to drag you down, bring yourself back up to here, where if you're worried about that, if you're worried about the crossing the threshold and the challenge of ending this challenge, you're bringing it home, basically. You got to do that. Nothing can go on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever the way that it is. Everything has to grow and shift and change and whatever. So nature. So bring it home, because that's going to be very, very comfortable and satisfying, and that's going to alleviate this worry because it's going to be so satisfying. And as far as worrying about the arresting of the flow, and that you're not going to be able to flow forward anymore, remind yourself that this is what you're here to do. This is something that is very much your note in the song, or your passage in the song, and that you will be carrying forward, but you need to stop to breathe, and so you can carry forward with a new passage. So what this is all going to lead you to is we have Yira, which is the rune of the harvest, and also time. So this is basically another sense of completion. This is, once you've drawn it to a close, you can then have that completion and all the abundance and sense of satisfaction that comes with that. You're going to be very much in the present moment. You're going to be feeling very much like this was a very, very good thing that you've brought through, and you've brought this through into the world, and it is complete now, and it can nourish not only you, but everybody around who resonates with that and who comes across it. So that is the message that wanted to come through today. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.